Take 97. What's up, bitches? It's Michelle from Shameless Adventures. I have done this so many times that I almost don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but I'm going to give it one more go, and hopefully this will be the one that fucking sticks. There has been a lot of talk over on the Hedonism Facebook page. If you are not a member of that page, you need to get your ass on the computer and sign up to become a member of said page. It was started once upon a time, a brief history, by Joe Canino, just to show his love and appreciation for the resort that he adored. And it's sort of grown into this grassroots movement where a lot of people go to get their information and sometimes just to get their diff fixed. Diff is dreaded island fever, and it is homesickness for all things Hedo. And it's just sort of become this little bit of a mini internet family where people talk about their love and their passion for all things Hedo and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, there's been talk on the page in the last few days especially about whether or not BBWs and plus-size people can and should and would have a good time should they attend hedonism in Negril, Jamaica. And instantly, I thought enough to privately message a few people that were doing the inquiries and just settle their mind a little bit and give my feedback and my opinion as a small BBW and a plus-size woman and a woman with a not-so-perfect body after 7 childbirths and fluctuating roller coaster weight loss and just being alive and living for 42 years. My body has some wear and tear. I don't look like a porn star. I don't look like a Playboy model in a centerfold. I'm just me, soccer mom, crazy PTA, loudmouthed, wine-drinking me. My body is perfectly imperfect, yada, yada, yada. So I felt like I had a little bit of experience so I could maybe settle some minds and take it from there. Anyway, long story even longer, as I am known to do. I wanted to answer the questions via video, which is something new that Chris and I are adding to our shamelessadventures.com itinerary, and you can find this video and more videos just like it over at shamelessadventures.com. So anyway, can BBWs and plus size people go to hedonism and have a good time? Abso-fucking-lutely. Hedonism isn't just for models and porn stars and hot college co-eds. As a matter of fact, it's not really for any one particular kind of person. It defies labels because of that very existing type of a stereotype or persona that it exemplifies. It's not anymore. It's kind of garnered a little bit of a reputation as being sort of like this sexy swinger resort. And do swingers go? Sure. But it's not any more of a swingers resort as it is a nudists resort, because nudists go there, and it's not any more of a nudist resort as it is a snorkeling resort, because some people go there to snorkel. Essentially what it is it's an a la carte resort. It's kind of like a buffet, an all-you-can-eat buffet, and God knows, as a BBW, other people who like cheese, like me, will understand, nothing hits all the palate's buttons quite like a motherfucking buffet. You can, if you feel like you want to just lounge by the pool topless, you can do that. Over here on this side, you can go to the nude pool and dance on tables. And if you feel like you want to put a big bunch of that on your plate, you can. Or if what you're really in the mood to load down your dish with is just sitting in your room with your wife and fucking her for 7 days straight and not even leaving the room or having sand between your toes, you can do that too. It's sort of like a choose your own adventure book, but with jiggly butts and boobs, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so to answer Jim's question, who he asked this morning, he vented his concern about whether his wife, who's a BBW, would enjoy herself on this vacation. I instantly felt some sort of empathy / compassion for the both of them and wanted to reach out, and I did. And essentially what I said to him is the same thing I'm going to say to you guys, so that there's no confusion and no deception, because that's just not what I'm about. Can BBWs and plus-size people go to hedonism? Yes. Do they? Yes. I've seen all walks of life inside that resort. I've seen women so thin that I can see their heart beating inside their chest. I've seen men so chubby, and I love that word chubby because I'm a chubby bitch, that all of their bitch jiggle when they walk or race a goat. I've seen morbidly obese women, and I've seen Men so thin that when they turn to the side, they disappear. There's room in that resort for all sizes and all types, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, rich, poor, old, young, fit, frumpy. I've seen it all. And I think that the resort sort of has this magical, it's almost like when you walk through the doors, you get sprinkled with a little bit of pixie dust, where it doesn't even fucking matter. Nothing matters. Where you came from, what you looked like, how you saw yourself. None of that matters the minute you walk through. Maybe some say that a lot of it has to do with the fact that you're on motherfucking vacation. You're away from your responsibilities. Your kids are with their nana. Your dog is with the groomer. You're not working. You don't have your laptop or your phone on, so you're not thinking about the stresses of the everyday. And that probably has a really huge part to do with it. I'm sure no matter where you vacation, you're going to have a good fucking time. However, I am going to come to the defense of the resort and give it a little bit more fucking cred than the normal person might. There's something about it that's so magical, in fact, that Chris and I have decided to do our own group trip October 1st through the 8th, 2016. You might have heard us talk about it on our podcast over at shamelessadventures.com. And the reason why we decided to do the trip very quickly, it's for two reasons. One, because we love fucking Hedo and we can't stop going, and any excuse to be there we want in on. And two, the most amazing part of our trip, our very first trip, that was almost 5 years ago, go figure, was that we knew nothing about the resort. We'd only heard about it at a swingers party, and somebody once said you need to go if you want to fool around and fall into some fucking free pussy. And so essentially somewhere in our brain, that's what we were thinking. We didn't really effectively do our research. We just knew that you had to be naked there. You had to be naked to party. That was all we really knew. And so we just YOLO'd it and went. And when I got there, we went alone, no group, just him and I wished with all my heart and soul that there had been somebody there to explain to me how peaceful and how beautiful I was going to feel once I got there. Because that's what happened to me. It was almost like this magical epiphany. This person, me, this woman who had given birth to 7 babies and who has a stomach that looks like Pillsbury biscuits right after you fucking pop the seal, and who has scars and stretch marks and all of these insecurities that go well past my 42 years, suddenly felt like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. I felt, and didn't just feel it when I was thinking it, I felt it when I looked at myself. I felt precious. And I'm going to try to talk about it without crying. I felt remarkable. I felt beautiful. I saw myself for the first time in my entire life. And there is no better gift that I would want to give to somebody else than that same feeling I felt 5 years ago, the very first time I walked through the doors in Norman Manley Boulevard into Hedonism. And so our group trip, October 1st through the 8th, we're specializing specifically in body love, body acceptance. No size is too small, no size is too big, no age is too old or too young. Doesn't matter what you do for a living. We are actually working on making it affordable for everybody so we can cater the vacation to you, whether you want to go for 3 days and experience it and see if you like it, or you want to go for 2 weeks and get it all out of your system all year round. We're going to try to work our best to make it budget friendly, body and soul friendly, couples friendly, and singles friendly, so that there are that magical moment that happens, whether you've never been there before or whether you've been there 200 times. That magical moment I want to relive over and over again, and I want to pass it on. Hedonism doesn't need gimmicks. It doesn't need porn stars. It doesn't need mascots. It doesn't need signature drinks. It doesn't need swag bags. It doesn't need anything other than you, your willingness to drop all of your baggage at the door, your willingness to let go of all your inhibitions, and let yourself fall in love with yourself in what I consider to be the most amazing resort in the world. And if you are down for that, and your spouse is down for that, and you've given it some thought, then I'm 100% convinced that our week, October 1st through the 8th, is the best week to choose. But however, should you decide not to go with us, just know that no matter when you go, you will eventually feel it in your soul. You will eventually feel reborn. And you're going to be so hooked and so addicted that you're going to want to go all the time, every day, if you could. So, anyway, the one thing I want to say before I wrap this up, now that I've gushed all over you about my group trip and my love of the resort, is this. Hedo isn't just a place, it's an experience. It's this place for you to let go of everything that you're holding on to. Whether that's an extra 20 or 40 pounds, whether it's an extra 100 pounds, whether it's your C-section scar you wish would go away, whether it's you dealing with the issues and the burdens and the fear and the pain of your double mastectomy, whether it's the fear over whether or not your dick is too small, your boobs are too big, your ass is too flat, you don't make enough money, you make too much money, you don't have enough friends, your family doesn't talk to you, your story doesn't start, as far as hedonism is concerned, until the minute you walk in the door. Maybe it's because we're all naked and your playing field is level. And you could be standing next to, at the nude grill, somebody who's a CEO as well as somebody who's collecting unemployment benefits. You could be standing next to a porn star at the buffet, and then on the other side of you, there could be a suburban soccer mom who would never in a million years dare to share with her friends how much she loves to have her tits out on the beach. Every experience is different, but the one thing is the same. Your story starts when you get there. So the secret is to get there. And before you get there, as a couple or as a single, do your fucking research. There's the internet. It is at your disposal. Look it up. Feel free to abuse it. Go everywhere and anywhere. Put hedonism into your search engine, join the Hedonism Facebook group, go to Adult Travel Forum and sign up and read other people's experiences and their opinions and decide if hedonism is right for you. And then when you've come to the first conclusion that yes, you're brave enough and yes, you want to experience it, then after that, you can make your decision with a clear head. And I guarantee, no matter what week you choose, although you totally should you should totally choose week of October 1st through the 8th, 2016. Not that I'm biased or anything. But no matter what week you choose, you're going to have the most amazing time because it is just you, just the resort, just the magic that is hedonism. And you're going to have some of the best memories that you probably couldn't put a price tag on. And you're going to meet some of the most amazing people that you're probably going to be friends with for the rest of your life. And the only thing that's stopping you right this very second from making that happen is that fear. And I hope that this video helped you a little bit let go of some of that fear so that you know that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have insecurities. We all do. Even those porn stars we think that are there all the time, even those co-ed college students that we think with the hard bodies are there all the time, everybody, no matter what walk of life you come from, what shape you are, what color you are, what age you are, has insecurities. And the best thing about hedonism is that once you get there, they don't exist anymore. And I don't think that as far as vacations go, you could ask for anything more. So, with that said, I'm going to wrap this video up, and you can find this video once again and others just like it weekly over at shamelessadventures.com. You can feel free to email Christopher or I at info@shamelessadventures.com to inquire about our group trip October 1st through the 8th in hedonism that is all about body love, body acceptance, and that newbie experience and reliving it over and over again. And we'll get back to you with all travel agency information, payment plans, and all the deets. And hopefully this video helped you, explained what Shameless Adventures is about as well, and I don't know, made you happy? It made me happy. Anyway, have a good day, bitches. Thank you for watching. And as always, check us out over at shamelessadventures.com. Listen to our podcast. Give us a review on iTunes and SoundCloud, and we love you motherfuckers with all our heart. Have a good day. One love.